What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I thought it might be fun to address something that's been thrown at Disney Lorcana since it was revealed, since it was announced. And I'm still getting these comments, and the comments are basically along the lines of, oh, Disney Lorcana, well, that's just a cash grab. This is just a trading card game which is going to be made, milked for a little bit, made a bunch of money, thrown on the scrap heap, and off we go. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, the answer is no. From everything I can see, it's really not what it looks like. But rather than just say no, I thought it would be fun to do a list of 5 reasons why Disney Lorcana really doesn't look like a cash grab. Obviously, I suppose it could still be. I don't work for Ravensburger or Disney, but it doesn't seem like it. And yes, I got a bunch of these comments. I've had a bunch of these comments on all the videos I've done. It happens, unfortunately. Now, a bonus in at number 6. Disney Lorcana over on Twitter are following a bunch of content creators like myself. Not just me, they're following a bunch. And maybe they're just doing this as a little bit of a cover. But one of the things we're seeing with Disney Lorcana is they are actively engaging with the community and following content creators. And that's generally not what you do. And I know that content creators are there to try and build hype for the game. And I know I'm doing that as much as anyone, blah, blah, blah. But the fact of the matter is, this shows a level of engagement with the community, which is indicative to building a long-term sustainable game, not just launching some stuff and doing a bit of a cash grab. So in at number 5, they're sticking to Disney first. Now, I will admit, there could be an issue here in terms of licensing, but my prediction very much is that they're going to get to properties like Star Wars, like Pixar, like Marvel. I believe they're going to get to these properties later on. They're all Disney-owned properties. But if you look at the beginning of this game, there's no Marvel, there's no Star Wars, there's no Pixar. It is just Disney. And this is missing low-hanging fruit. Let's be perfectly honest about this. You know, if we take a look at, the promotional things they're releasing, what we see is booster packs feature Mickey, Elsa, and Maleficent. And okay, fine, they've gone for big, they've gone for big characters there. Having said that, that Mickey is based on an old cartoon from many, many years ago. It's not exactly classic Mickey. The starter decks, sure, you've got Moana there, but you've got Simba and Princess Aurora and Aladdin that really doesn't look like Aladdin, and then another weird Mickey. And the first chapter gift set they're releasing features foils of Hades and Mulan, and it's like, well, really? If they were really going for a cash grab here, if the goal was, say, 2 expansions, make a bunch of money, get out of here, and we have seen plenty of card games do that in the past, whether deliberately or because they failed, you don't launch a gift set with Hades as one of the main characters. Disney have a lot of extremely popular characters. I don't think it's unfair to say Hades not really among them. Number 4, let's say it's designed by Ryan Miller. Now, he's a co-designer and brand manager, not the sole designer, but this is very important. If you are into tabletop gaming, you will know the name Ryan Miller. And if you've been following this channel, you should know the name Ryan Miller, because they designed Digimon. Now, again, there's always multiple people involved. I don't know the exact minutiae of exactly who did what, but I have seen in multiple places Ryan Miller credited as the designer of the Digimon TCG. And that is a proper TCG. Lots of mechanics. It's not a super simple TCG. And don't get me wrong, at its core, it's simple. They're all simple at their core. But then it's gone on from there. Digimon is a proper TCG with proper complicated mechanics, and nowadays we've got walls of text on some of the cards, and that's the kind of pedigree of person we've got designing this card game. If this is a cash grab, you don't get a really well-known, well-regarded, renowned card game and board game designer to design your system. Because that takes effort and money you don't have to spend. When it is a little bit of a cash grab, what you do is you just get somebody significantly cheaper and get them to design a barely functional game, and then you go from there. We've all seen those budget card games, the kind of ones I don't cover on this channel, that are ridiculously simple, that are borderline top trumps. This is not it, ladies and gentlemen. This is not it. In at number 3, new artwork. I know, it's all new artwork. Now, this is a big thing for me, because I have noticed in covering this game on, well, a bunch of games on my channel over the past few years, one of the things I've noticed is there is a really big difference between companies that take their game seriously and companies that don't. And I'm afraid I've got to go back to the Transformers card game here. Now, I love the Transformers TCG. I've made many videos on this channel of the Transformers TCG. But the fact of the matter is, the artwork on the characters for the Transformers TCG was literally just lifted from an old mobile game. Now, they changed that after a while. They got to the point where they started hiring artists to do artwork properly, but it took them a while to get to that stage. You don't spend loads of money on hiring artists, and it's not just hiring the artists, because I need you all to understand, when I'm talking about new artwork, it's not just literally we've got to pay an artist. This is Disney. This is a company that, rightly so, is very protective of their IP. So they don't just go, hey, you're a good artist, draw me a picture of Mickey Mouse, have it on my desk on Monday, cheers. Because that picture of Mickey then gets passed through multiple layers of people. It has to go past the branding team and the PR team and blah, blah, blah. There are levels, I don't know exactly, I don't work for Disney, but there are levels of management through which the artwork needs to go in order to be approved, which all takes time and all takes money, and basically hiring artists from the off for all of the artwork, that is a big commitment and a big financial outlay. And big financial outlay is not something you would associate with, oh, it's just a cash grab. Now, in at number 2, we know that there is going to be, and we don't have details about this yet, but there is going to be a robust organized play. And we don't really know what that entails. What we've got is a tweet from the Lorcana Twitter account that says, we will have robust organized play program. We will release more information about it in the future, so stay tuned. That's it. That's all the information we've got. But they've come out in public and said this. And again, when you're talking about an official account for a game like this, you don't have the social media people going rogue. Not normally anyway. So if they're putting that out there, then that is an official thing that they have been told they're able to share. They have been given the go-ahead to basically say, yeah, there's organized play coming. We can't tell you what it is, but it is coming. An organized play, you don't make money off organized play. Now, in the long term, the goal basically is that a robust organized play program, people playing in official tournaments, etc., the long-term goal is that by having a good organized play program, you have lots of people who are into the game, spending lots of money, and over time, you're making more money off those people. But organized play itself takes a lot of time to set up, and you're sorting out prizes, and basically organized play is a little bit of a money sink. But it's kind of worth it, because what you're trying to do here is get long-term players in it for the long haul who are then going to spend loads of money. Organised play is wonderful for growing a long-term successful card game. It is not good for a cash grab, because actually it's a big outlay at the front with a hope of a reward later on down the line. Doesn't fit. And the number one reason how I know this is not just a cash grab is very simply because they are launching it 2 weeks early just in local game stores. We have official confirmation, according to the article over on IGN, that although the game is launching on the 1st of September, it is launching into local game stores in the US on the 18th of August. Well, you know what? That's actually, that's not how you do a cash grab. Because the whole reason, this is one of the reasons I've got so much hope for Lorcana as a game, because launching it in local game stores, the only reason to do that is to build up a local community, build up a community of players who are going to keep the competitive side of the game going, which, as we've talked about, not important if it's just a quick cash grab. And the fact that they're going into local game stores first and really taking the time and effort to build a community, it's not indicative of a company that's looking to make a bunch of money and run. It is indicative of a company who are trying to build a long-term, successful game that is going to be here for the long haul and look after its players. So why are people calling it a cash grab? I mean, look, there's two reasons why people be using that term. Number one, completely misunderstanding what the game is. Number two, misunderstanding what the term means. Now, in terms of misunderstanding what the game is, I've just explained that in great detail over the past 10 minutes, why this doesn't fit. I think a lot of people are calling it a cash grab because it's going to make a bunch of money, and I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's ridiculous. Yes, this is designed to make money. Yes, Ravensburger are a profit-making business, and yes, Disney are a profit-making business. So are 99% of all businesses. Outside of charities and the like, businesses are trying to make money. When we say cash grab, we think of this cynical thing where you're trying to make lots of money in the short term and then move on to the next thing. And that's not what we're seeing from Lorcana. I can't tell you that Lorcana's going to last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Can't tell you that. What I absolutely can tell you is that we have been given so many reasons to believe that this is a game that is being made by a company that genuinely care and are trying to make a successful long-term game with a robust organized play program that is actually going to be here as a TCG. Yes, they're going to make money along the way. And I hate to break it to you, but if they don't make money, this card game will end. When card games stop making money or stop making enough money, that is the end of that card game. And as somebody who loves card games, yeah, I wish them the best of luck. But I'm seeing so many cynical comments from people, ironically, saying that this is just a cynical cash grab, and I'm sorry, but everything we've been shown about Lorcana so far, that's not what it's telling us. This seems to be a card game that is made with love by a team that actually care, and I, for one, am excited. And hey, anytime I get to make a ranty video, that makes me a little bit happy. Hey-ho. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know how excited you are about Disney Lorcana. I want to know what you think about the game. I want to know if you think it's going to be awesome like I do. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWazzy. That's where we talk about, well, Lorcana and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.